I hate making these videos. At least this one can be an hour long if I want it to be. I'm not wearing my glasses or a funny hat or anything. I'm just going to be just me, Eric Morrison. I'm not very big. I'm pretty ripped. It has nothing to do with anything, the job that I do on this space. I have no doubt that this space is going to hit 20,000 easily, and it's going to go way farther than that. And this is at the beginning where we're now ramping up to if all you're doing is going around and telling people they're wrong based on your own opinion and you're like one person and someone actually puts up scientifically validated stuff and then posts the books where it came out of, which are by one of the top strength and conditioning athletic coaches the world has ever known, that retranslated all of the Eastern Bloc manuals for strength, powerlifting, Olympic lifting, all of these things were retranslated by Charles Poliquin. And this is the stuff that I'm quoting. I have friends that are Poliquin, like professionals that used to run his institute down here in Toronto that now run their own business, and they're actually probably on Savage Gains, just not saying anything, because what they're doing is looking at the space and seeing whether it's a nice place to come to. And if your only mission in life is to go around and denigrate other people or just be passive aggressive and say that you're gone. I don't care how good your physique is, how many posts you've put up, and I don't care how many people in the sidelines you might have even helped. In the overall scope of the thing, if you're one of these types of people, you will be banned. And there will be no warning, there'll be nothing. It'll just be like, seen you do that 3 times now, one person's direct messaged me, you're gone. And there won't be an explanation, because I'll check off every box that means you don't come back. Back in the day when I was a mod on Superior Muscle in their anabolic section, I ran the anabolic section. There was no problems in there because they knew that they were gone, and that I would find a way to find out which email as soon as people would pop back on again. There wasn't that many people joining these things, and you could tell. You'd be like IP address checker, see where the email came from, whatever, and eventually you can even get to know like the person's writing style, and you'd be like, oh, that's him again, ban, gone. Back then it was so hard. Now it's so easy. You just check off all the boxes, and even the people that they invited to the space are gone. So think about that. If you're being a douche and you've invited some friends here, all of their stuff's going to disappear too, and they'll also get booted. And then they're going to have to come back and say, we didn't have anything to do with that. Okay? Kind of like when my friends bit on the stage at a bodybuilding show, and Ron Hache, who's like the head of Bodybuilding Canada, he is now. I don't know whether he was back then. It was a long time ago. I went to him directly after the show and I said, yeah, I'm here. I was training my friend, but I didn't tell him to spit on stage. I got nothing to do with his behavior on stage. I didn't think he would do something like that. Right? I guess he thought he really was supposed to win, right? So he spit on the stage in protest of what the judges said. I might have laughed. I don't know. But I probably didn't. I was probably like, anyway. I'm actually really good friends with Ron Hache, the head of Bodybuilding Canada. So if you think that people like that are your friend, if you don't know anything and you're a chump, like some of the people are that are on Savage Gains, going around giving out bullshit information and then actually telling people, denigrating other people online that are actually giving out real scientific based information, you've got to be an idiot. Okay? And nobody knows who I'm talking. No one knows who this is, because like that I'm talking about, because it's more than one person, right? Obviously, like the last person that I interacted with is the one that's in the forefront of my mind. But all I've been doing is watching this space, and I'm getting a general handle on the level of maturity, we're gonna call it. This is like the maturity level of the space now. So if you are an immature little arguer and like dismisser of people's stuff, and you're actually giving out like crap advice, like giving out this is why I promote coaching, and sometimes I hesitate to do so, because it saves you a lot of time. Okay? And you cannot expect that someone's going to know what to do when you give them a little like blurt of an answer that's like this long. That's why I do that a little bit. I'll be like, well, this is something that you could work towards doing. But until you actually get a coach and they really help you out, or a mentor, we have a mentor space. That's free coaching. There will eventually be lots of people who sign up in there and they pair up with somebody and they help each other out. You could be lucky enough. I might just be on there and I'll mentor somebody and it'll be free. But you have to go and use the mentorship thing. Post about it. Be like, hey, what's this mentorship thing? What's that all about? And we'll be like, here, this is what it's all about. So that's my little rant for today. And I'm going to post this directly onto the site. I don't need to make this into a YouTube video. It's like 5 minutes long. Okay? So be nice, be civil. Do not dismiss other people's stuff that they put online. If you don't agree with it, move along or ask questions. Say, I didn't know that. Is that true? You'd be like, yeah, it is. Here's the PubMed studies to go along with the 5 other things that I put up there. And yeah, if a PhD writes a book and they're a doctor and they got another like cardiac surgeon that's also the co-author of that book, you're damn right that they're telling the truth, because this is like stuff that they can get sued over because they're professionals. And the publisher, the publishing house of those books, do not want to have themselves in court either for giving out false information. So they're also very careful about what they write. So if I put something up there, I've already double and triple checked it. I don't need to go to Snopes to listen to tell whether I know what's right or not. Right? Whether or not someone can understand what is being told is a different thing. That doesn't make it not true just because you can't understand it because your brain's too small. Okay? That was just me giving people a little jab. Because if people want me to pull out Mr. Sarcasm, I'm the most sarcastic fucking troll on the planet.